don't like to date my type of guy anymore because I feel like it's really boring because he treats me so good, which, like, common sense, like, you want to be treated good from a guy. But when you get treated good, it's kind of, like, boring. And don't hate me, but I do love toxic. And I don't mean, like, super bad, but I like some spice in my life. And yeah, that's why I kind of don't like my type of guys anymore. I like somebody who, like, I don't mean mistreats me in a bad way, but you know what I mean by toxic? Yeah, that's my type.
Women like men who don't like them. Women chase men who don't like them.
Just like gangsters.
Why?
It's just something about a gangster. Like, I know bitches gonna feel me when they see this. It's something about a gangsta ass nigga. Like, it's just something about that. You know, I just love gangsters.
I'm not comfortable. In fact, I've, like, tried really hard to be attracted to men who, like, treat me well.
It's boring.
It's not only boring, but it makes me feel uncomfortable.
The men who would have treated me the way I wanted to be treated, I didn't want. That's just the honest truth, right? And if more people would just be honest about the fact that they have met good people, they have met solid people who would have been great partners in a relationship, but for whatever reason, it was just something about that person you just couldn't get with, and that's the reason why you didn't move forward. Most of us have met good people. That's what y'all really need to start talking more about online instead of who don't do what and what you can't get. You've met good people. Stop it.
In my early days of dating, I thought that I could save women. You know, they'd come to me and tell me a sob story about, oh, those guys never treat me right and this and that. I got abused as a kid and this and that. And I'm sitting there like, oh, that's so sad. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be different. I'm going to be different from all the guys she's ever dated. I'm going to be nice to her and cordial and get her gifts and buy her flowers and do all the things that she's never had done to her before. And she's going to absolutely love me for it and see that she deserves this. No. They don't feel that because their experience is, for whatever reason, their comfort zone is trauma.
It's true. 90% of women do not fall into that space of deserving the kind of man that will protect and provide on that level. You might get the guy who will take you to a fancy restaurant. You might get the guy who will throw you $200-$300, but he's not going to spend 20 bands to build your business because you're just not that bitch.
At Ease Brothers. Man, we've been having this conversation for some years now, man. Talking about how women don't like nice guys, right? How women don't like good guys. You know, after just kind of observing this a little bit deeper, man, it's not that. Women actually love nice guys. Women actually love good guys. What women are turned off by is men that respect them. I know you're saying no, so I know y'all women are in the background saying, oh, this brother on some. Women only respect men that disrespect them. And again, I'm talking about these modern women. I was talking to my aunt yesterday, man. My aunt always gives me game on women. She pulled me to the side yesterday. Hadn't seen her in a while. And she was just like, today's woman is different. And man, she just started going down through there on how modern women act nowadays, man. And I'm just mentally taking notes saying, Auntie is giving me game. You know what I'm saying? But women despise men that respect them. This is what I mean. Like when you meet a woman, let's say you meet a woman and both of y'all are vibing. Both of y'all are attracted on all levels. Y'all are vibing. Y'all are getting to know each other. The relationship grows. It grows and grows and grows. Now y'all are bonding high. Like the moment a man sees that woman as a potential wife, if you go that route, the moment you see a woman as a potential wife, you love her differently. You open up a small extra vault that exposes a level of respect to her. You know what I'm saying? And when I say respect, really you open up that respect to her to really enable her power, to show her that, hey, you know what? Now it's time for you to tap into that divine femininity, like we're going to become. Like there's a whole nother level of respect. The way a man loves a girlfriend and a wife is night and day. And when you hear a lot of women talk about, oh, well, I hate nice guys, or this guy is boring, and this guy, really what they're saying is this man finally opened up something that's requiring something different of me. And since they can't speak to that because they don't really understand what that is, they call it something else. It's a respect issue, guys. It's not that a woman wants a guy that's just a brute force and all this stuff. Of course, a woman doesn't want a guy that's lame. She doesn't want a guy that's a pushover. She doesn't want a guy, that no woman should be attracted to. But she actually loves nice men and good men.
That's why I married Bean.
Okay. So Bean's a gangster.
He's a gangster.
He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman, but he's so soft. He got a soft spot about me. Like, he's a gangster, but he's like soft.
Today's woman despises a respectful man. A respectful man. It's crazy, I know, brothers. But you got to ask yourself, why is this so? Why wouldn't she want a respectful man? Like I said, man, being respectful opens up something to her that now she has to be. But you got to go back to this. You got to go back to this, right? On why? On going back to the root cause. You have to understand that a lot of both men and women, but you got to understand that a lot of women in relationships now are trying to recreate a wheel they've never seen. They're trying to recreate relationships they've never seen. They never saw moms have a guy in their life that didn't just, they might go on a few dates, but just all about her being fine and wanted to spend time with her. They never saw moms have a man in their life that treated them like a wife. Like she never really saw that. So now she's going into relationships, and once it gets past that point, it does something in her. Like, and she since she can't identify what she's supposed to do now, it's like, no, I'd rather go toward the guy that's not requiring that of me. Because you gotta understand that's really all it's done. When you start showing respect to a woman, it means that now she has to be something. She just can't be some fine woman with a big donk. Now she has to have substance. Now she has to have a mind. Now she has to have a voice to be a partner. And since they can't identify with that, they say, no, you're boring. I don't know why I don't like the nice guy. I'd rather go over here. There's a reason behind that. It's because it's requiring something of them they've never been, man. And you got to understand, man, people don't like what they don't understand. People don't like what they don't understand. And again, man, it's like this. It's like this because it goes both ways. Kind of like men. Like a lot of men will see a woman, and if she's moving in like a boss type energy, if she's moving in a slight independent energy where she knows how to get her own money, she might have 1 or 2 degrees, she has a good job, she's pushing a nice car, she may be a good woman. But a lot of men won't go that route because they know it's going to require something different from them. Like a lot of men don't like women that move independently. It's only because they don't understand those women. You know what I'm saying? I only understand, and I'll say boss chick women because that's all I ever saw growing up. Like that, all the women in my family are boss type energy. Degrees, company owners, big money, big car, like they can move like that. But at the same time, I've seen the type of men that can make them get in that submissive role. But I'll tell you this, when a woman moves like that, it requires something of a man. In other words, you can't just be some PS5 playing, lazy, don't want to grind, have no work ethics type guy and get in her life. Because once that woman requires that, a man is going to go back to just the toxic thoughts because it's easier. Oh, I don't like boss chicks. I'll just go over here. So it's the exact same thing. When a man is showing respect to a woman, if she can't vibrate there, brother, she's gone. She's gone, man. So that, I'm telling you, that's why a lot of women dip. That's why a lot of women prefer men that don't respect them. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. It's like once I identify with that, and I know y'all are understanding what I'm saying, because I know a lot of y'all brothers have, let's say for example, you meet a woman that you know what, y'all might have met at the club, y'all might have met at a bar, and she was cute, but you might have talked to her on the phone once or twice. Y'all might have had coffee or lunch or something, and you just really wasn't feeling her. So not saying that you were intentionally disrespectful, right? But you were just kind of like, ignoring her. Like, you know what? I'm feeling her, but yeah, I might forget to call sometimes, or I might forget to whatever. So again, not just blatantly disrespectful, but you're really not, you know what I'm saying? That woman is going to be full court press on you. She's going to be full court press on you. Because what you're saying on the lowest of levels is, I really don't have a lot of expectation out of you. So a woman is like, this is the guy I want to be in his life because I can just be, there's nothing required from me. You know what I'm saying? But going back to what I was getting ready to say, I just can't, I just can't have any, like, I'm not drawn to these women. Once a woman shows me that side of, hey, you know what? These are the type of men that I'm drawn to because it requires nothing of me. Brother, I can't take these women seriously strictly because, like, I don't trust their judgment, man. Straight up. A woman that moves like that, a woman that would rather have a guy a woman that prefers a man that disrespects them, I don't trust her judgment. There are a lot of things about her that I just don't really, I'm not drawn to. First off, her self-esteem, her decision-making skills, and a host of other attributes. I'm just no longer drawn to a woman that's like that. And I'm gonna tell you this, brothers, this is the majority of women. This is the majority of women. And it's hard to really see what I'm talking about because women will camouflage it up under a host of other terms and phrases. Well, he was too nice. And sometimes that's a factor. Sometimes when a woman says that, she's really saying that a guy was too soft. Sometimes guys are too soft. But sometimes guys are too stern and require something. And once he respects her and now it's demanded of her to be something else, he was too nice.
You know, I've seen a few videos online of women talking about, like, they dumped guys. There was one girl who was like, she dumped the guy because he was too boring. Like, he was doing all the things right. They never had any arguments or complaints. He was there for her. He did all the things that on paper a guy should be doing. And yet and still, because of her trauma and because of, you know, the past that she had gone through, that felt weird to her.
I want a bad guy. So guys, just understand, man. The moment you show respect to a lot of these women is when you'll really see who she is. Like I'm saying, man, you can date a woman. I'm gonna tell you this. You can date a woman for years if you want to. And you can have, like, if there's a relationship where your energy is a certain way, like you're still kind of like focused solely on mission, all your purpose and everything is going toward mission, and y'all in a relationship and it has a certain level of balance. As soon as you turn around and say, okay, you know what? Okay, I see how you're conducting yourself. You're conducting yourself and you're showing me that you want to be in my life the long way. Okay, let me open up a portion of this God box to you and force you to be in this element like me, except on your end. Brother, she's gonna do something. She's gonna either level up instantly or she's gonna do cartwheels out the door. She's gonna have to do something. Because that power that comes with respect, and I'm talking about men that are walking in a certain energy. If you're walking in a certain energy, man, and now you open this door to a woman, brother, she's going to moonwalk out the room when she feels that God energy come her way. And again, she's going to put all kind of labels on it, man. But at the end of the day, it comes down to respect, brothers.
Like, I never get jealous when I see women get online and show the stuff that they man doing for them, because I look at said man and I know if I was put in the position for said man, I wouldn't have wanted him. I wouldn't have wanted him. So it's no way for me to be jealous of what he's doing when I know that I would have passed on him. And that's just the truth. Most of the time, the people who gonna treat you right, you just don't be wanting them. And I don't know what it is to that, but that's a real thing. It's a real thing. I'm not exempt from it. I'm sure some men who done met me and they was like, dang, she's such a dope girl, da 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 da. But if for whatever reason they didn't like me, it is what it is. That's life. But we gotta stop sitting up here and acting like you never met good people. All right, you never met a good man, never met a good one. Yeah, you did. You just didn't want them.